Because you do not get a woman to submit to you by oppressing her. You actually get a woman to submit to you by loving her and giving her support when necessary. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I film about book reviews, movie reviews, history, documentaries, legal matters, and related stuff. This video is all about, it's just a quick chit chat on the life and times of Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. Without further ado, let's dive right into the video. On the 9th of April, Buckingham Palace announced the death of Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. He was the husband of Queen Elizabeth and the father of Prince Charles and Princess Royal, Prince Andrew, Duke of York, and Prince Edward. He was a grandfather to many and great-grandfather to many as well. Let me not bore you with details about his life and times and when they got married and everything, okay? These facts are all over the internet at this crucial time. As a child growing up, I could never really fathom why England had a queen, just a queen, whereas her husband was not the king. Until I grew up, I became more matured and got contact with history in secondary school, and then I became more enlightened, and then that was when I could get it, why England had a queen and not a king. The thing is, under the British royal laws, women are not marginalized in terms of succession and governance. Under their laws, there are no gender-based discrimination when it comes to who is next in line to the throne. Queen Elizabeth's father, King George, who was the king before her, had only 2 children, Queen Elizabeth and her younger sister. And of course, after his demise, Queen Elizabeth, being his first child, had to assume the throne. Now this is very, very different and strange to Africans, okay? In Africa, when it comes to matters of tradition and succession and custom, women are very much marginalized and left out. Now it may interest you to know that Queen Elizabeth was crowned Queen of England 5 years into her marriage to Prince Philip, and you guys, since then he has been supporting her. It's been 7 decades. What am I even talking about? More than 7 decades, because they were married for 73 years. Now this one came as a shocker to me. Did you know that it is customary for Prince Philip to be 2 steps behind the Queen, especially at public functions? Whenever they arrive at public functions or seminars or meetings, of course, when they arrive in their official vehicle, the Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, steps out first, and then she's followed by Prince Philip. He's not expected to be by her side, but a step behind her. And this he has been doing for decades. You guys, that is a legend. I don't know what else to call it, and he's been fine with it. I cannot even bring myself to imagine the gazillion functions, seminars, meetings that they attended together. But the Queen would be the one to speak or render a speech, and he would just be quiet, supporting her. President Barack Obama, in his recent condolence message to the royal family, referred to Prince Philip as the man behind the title. Her Majesty the Queen, in her own words, stated, and I quote, "I and his whole family and so many countries owe him a debt greater than he would ever claim or we shall ever know." Barack Obama, in his condolence message, even referred to the customary two steps behind. He wrote that Prince Philip showed the whole world what it means to be a supportive husband to a very powerful woman. So you guys, you can see that there is a difference between where a man supports a woman, just a woman, and where a man supports a very powerful woman. What am I even talking about? Where a man supports the most powerful woman in the world without letting ego or jealousy have the better part of him. It is my honest belief that it takes a man with a kind heart, a large heart. In fact, it takes a very strong man to be steps behind a woman, supporting her. And that seems to be the traditional position of a woman in most customs and traditions over the world. I do hope that African men would learn from this, because you do not get a woman to submit to you by oppressing her. You actually get a woman to submit to you by loving her and giving her support when necessary. Did you know that on the day of Queen Elizabeth's coronation, Prince Philip, her late husband, knelt down before her, swearing his allegiance to her? My opinion is that there has never been a more supportive man in the public eye. And the thing is, he went about his royal duties cheerfully. For those who know about this, he is a witty man who tries to create comic reliefs in several functions. The story of when he went to China to visit British students based there, he said that if they stayed much longer, they would have slitted eyes. Although some people saw that as racist, well, I just think he was just trying to, add a comic relief. And then there is this lady who he asked a question. She said, "Oh, I work in a club." And then he said, "What? What kind of club? A strip club?" So you can see he went about his duties cheerfully. It is no longer news that he had heart surgery just recently. And for a man of his age, he actually survived the surgery, but he was discharged from the hospital and was taken home, where he later died 2 months before his 100th birthday. My heart goes out to the royal family and the entire people of England. British royal historians are of the opinion that the relationship Queen Elizabeth had with her late husband, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, is a royal romance, that they were truly in love and they weren't doing it to show off to the public. In fact, Queen Elizabeth's cousin, who had since passed away, was interviewed, and she corroborated that fact, that they were truly in love, that Queen Elizabeth, for her, it was love at first sight when she saw a 6 feet tall man, that's referring to Prince Philip, that she saw a 6 feet tall, handsome man, and he took her breath away, and ever since they had been together. And it is all over the news that Prince Harry, his grandson, will be flying to go see the royal family. This news has caused a bit of an outrage in the media. People are of the opinion that he shouldn't have gone, that he abandoned his family at the time where they needed him the most, that he and Meghan had a very controversial interview when Prince Philip was very, very ill, that the timing of the interview they had with Oprah Winfrey sometime in March was a very wrong timing, and that Meghan Markle should not go. Well, most people are of the opinion that Meghan Markle cannot even fly to go and pay a condolence visit to Her Majesty the Queen because she's heavy with child. She's obviously pregnant and may not be ready to fly. Others are of the opinion that Meghan Markle hates the royal family so much that she would not even want to fly to go to accompany Prince Harry and pay her respects. I feel that it is a very sad situation that Prince Harry was not close to home at the time his grandfather spent his last days on earth. And I think he must have been heartbroken to not have seen his grandfather few days before his demise. And he has every right to go see his family at this crucial point in time. And whether or not Meghan Markle is healthy or strong enough to fly, I think it's best she remains wherever she is, because I believe that the effect of the interview they had with Oprah, of course, they have a right to grant that interview, but I believe that the effect is still very fresh. Okay, the effect, the royal family are still pondering on that interview, and I think it's best for her to stay away. There are so many means to express a condolence. There are so many means, and even if she wants to go, she just has to make sure it is fine for her to go. She just has to make the right calls and get the right permission to go. And if she doesn't go, it's okay, and I am sure it is not out of hate or anything. So there you have it, guys. We've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, kindly give it a thumbs up, share, and please remember to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But if you have subscribed, remember to click the notification bell to get you notified of my videos moving on. Catch you in my next video. Bye.